Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Jeremy aka Uzaru back again with another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In this video we're on the global side and we're going to be taking on the final 5 stages of the Extreme Z battle for the Super Android 17. So we'll be talking team builds and tactics for taking on the event and beating all the stages and getting you all of those rewards associated with this event. We have the effective category of Dragon Ball Seekers, so we'll be talking some teams and units, including a free-to-play option here in a minute. But first, make sure you're checking out those links in the description below for my social media pages to support me over there, and also check out the link for the Discord chat. If you're playing Dragon Ball Z, Dokkan Battle, Dragon Ball Legends, or Genshin Impact, and you want a community to swap friend codes with, get any in-game help, or just discuss any of the game content, the Discord is a great place to do that, so I look forward to seeing you over there. If you haven't done so already, consider hitting that red subscribe button and that notification bell to stay up to date on future content like this. Drop a like on the video and comment down below if you have any questions or comments, and let me know what teams you guys have been using, or if there's any other tips that you think would be helpful for others taking on the event that I don't mention here today. So let's go and hop over to Dokkan Battle and let's take a look here. So of course I am now on to stage 26 currently, so we'll be taking on stages 26 through 30 because those are the last ones to get us Dragon Stones and to get us the Awakening Medals. But something I want to focus on real quick is if you look on the right side of the screen, of course I've got all the stuff there. Of course Dragon Ball Seekers is the effective category, and the 2 types of units you want to try to exclude from your team, especially if you get past level 20, is you do not want to use any strength type units and you don't want to use any extreme type units, because both of those types will be receiving a damage reduction of 80% against this Android 17. So he will be taking very little damage from any strength type units or extreme type units, especially past level 20. So you've got the 3 main lead units down there in the bottom right that you can see there. We've got the LRGT Trio, the LRAGL Goku and Arale, and then you also have the INT Goku Jr. So of course 2 of those options are free to play. This is a very free to play friendly event, luckily. So I'm going to be showing you a couple of options here, and of course, like I said, I'll be showing you a free to play team as well, completely free to play. So here you can see the team that I've basically been using for the event, as far as, I guess you could call it, a pay-to-play team. And the only reason, or should I say a not free-to-play team, I guess, because the only reason is because we have the LRGT Trio as the main lead as well as the friend lead. And you can see that they are a 170% and Key +4 category lead for Dragon Ball Seekers, but you do have a free-to-play option here. This is a team that I've actually taken on stages 24 and 25 with this team, and it just depends on rotations, but every unit is completely free to play, and if you get lucky, you can actually beat some of these stages higher up, again, depending on rotation. But the main difference here is you have a debuff to your category lead. With the LRAGL Kid Goku and Arale, you get Key +3, HP attack and defense +77%, and if you don't have them, you can also use the the Goku Jr., because if you get him Extreme Z Awakened, he does the same for Dragon Ball Seekers category units. So the main things here are you've got the INT Giru, and he is a Dragon Ball Seekers support unit. He gives Dragon Ball Seekers category allies Key +2, attack and defense +30%, and he also gets some buffs when you have Hybrid Saiyans category units on the team. So if you have, there's a couple of Trunks units you can use in the Dragon Ball Seekers category, or there are some Pan units that you can use as well. He will get a buff from them, but the main thing is, as you can see, that we're just giving a buff to all of these Dragon Ball Seekers units. And also you have the World Tournament Yamcha and Puar, as well as, you know, the LR Goku, the Kid Goku there. And I also have his TUR version because those 2 link up very well. The INT Goku Jr. is pretty good as far as getting some damage off, and then he has some pretty good stuff as far as helping him get his attack, or super attack, off with some other, you know, attack buffs and stuff like that in his passive. We have a tech type super unit here, which is a healer here with the Youth Bulma. So she gets 7,777 HP per Rainbow Key Sphere obtained, and she has a great chance to reduce damage received by 50%. So she helps to mitigate some damage and heal, and she is type advantage. She is super type, so she is a free-to-play unit, and she is definitely worth bringing in on the team. So we're going to go ahead and for the sake of making this video hopefully fairly quick, we're going to take in the team that isn't completely free to play. There are some other options, of course. If you guys have any of these units, you can also bring them in. Again, try to avoid any of the strength units if you can, and avoid all extreme units as well. So we're going to go ahead and do this. You can see that this, the Goku and Bulma here, they actually are really good on a Dragon Ball Seekers team. You get them as a reward from some of the Super Battle Road levels, for basically a reward for Dragon Ball Seekers category allies and Youth category allies, as well as Join Forces category allies, which we have a few of here. You can bring that, they can bring this unit in, and there's just a lot of value in doing that. So let's go ahead and take on level 26 and see how we do here. So not too difficult of an event, but I have seen some people asking a few questions about it. Of course, you want to try to do your best to make sure that all of your units that have the high defense are getting in the way of some of these attacks. This, the Goku and Arale here, you basically you want to pick up all these Rainbow and the AGL key spheres because they get a lot of good stuff from that. If you look in their passive, you can see that they'll actually change those key spheres to Rainbow, and then they get attack plus 30% and key plus 2 per Rainbow key sphere, and they reduce damage received by 30% as the first attacker in the turn. So they're going to really be able to mitigate some damage there as that first unit. So let's go ahead and put that Bulma on the next portion of the rotation there, and then we've got Giru at the last to help buff everyone else up. So as you go along, of course, these super attacks are really going to hurt if certain units get hit by it. So you can see most of our health is probably going to be about halfway gone right here just with that super attack alone. But that shows you that even with Dragon Ball Seekers units, it still does quite a bit. But if you have the units that are doing, you know, damage reduction and stuff like that, if they don't take a super attack, as you can see there, you shouldn't be taking too much damage. And like I said, this is a very free-to-play friendly event. All of the units on this team are free to play except for the LRGT trio. So let's go ahead and let's put the, let me actually see here. We'll put the friend unit right there. We'll get the GT trio going, and then we'll get hopefully a little bit of healing here. Not looking like too much, but we should be able to deal a good chunk of damage to Android 17 here with these units. Alright, there we go. So the GT trio is really going to be quite the MVP for this event. If you do have them, definitely bring them in. Still taking quite a bit of damage from those super attacks, of course, but we should be able to beat him right here. There we go. And if you didn't notice, I actually haven't put that much investment in the LRAGL Youth Bulma and Goku, the Super Battle Road reward, but they're still doing alright. If you do have them and you really need to, you can go ahead and rank up their hidden potential, and it'll make the event much easier for you. Excuse me. You can make it much easier with that. So let's go ahead and we'll keep the Bulma there in hopes that she's going to do a little bit of some tanking there. Hopefully we'll get that damage reduction of 50%. And let's go ahead and see. Hopefully there are no super attacks that are going to get launched. There we go. All right. So unfortunately, the Android 17 he's not stunnable or sealable, and you can't lower his defense or attack past stage 20. So you just have to try to put out pure damage and also mitigate a lot of the damage dealt to you. So here comes one of his super attacks, and again, this is LRGT trio. They're still going to take quite a bit of damage from that, 111,000. But that's another reason why having that GT trio as your friend lead at least is going to be really helpful, because you're going to get at least 170% to HP attack and defense to help mitigate some of that damage dealt. So let's go ahead and see what we can do this rotation. We'll go ahead and, you know what, I want to see the tanking ability of the AGL Goku and Bulma there. Let's go ahead and do this. And we'll go ahead and hit that. And let's see what we can do this rotation. Okay, so the AGL, Bulma, and Goku, again, I feel like they would do better had I actually done some hidden potential investment on them. But, nonetheless, not doing too horrible, taking a decent chunk of damage there. But, if they take a super attack, I'm assuming that's going to be the end of that for me. So there we go. GT Trio dealing a lot of damage, not taking a lot, so that's really good. And let's see if we can get some good damage here. Okay, no super attacks, so that's good. And again, that's just kind of how this is going to be. Super attacks are really going to be the main thing that's going to really knock you out, get you KO'd. So let's go ahead and watch this Bulma heal up with all those rainbow key spheres. Not too bad, right? Not too bad. We'll take that, and we'll try to get the... There we go. There's some AGL key spheres. So we want to make sure we're getting as many types of key spheres as we can to get people to heal up so we can survive any sort of attacks. So let's go ahead and see if she can hit a crit and end this right here. No crit. Okay, no super attacks. So that's good. We should be able to finish him off. So again, these aren't the only teams you can use. There are some other units. Again, let me know down in the comments below what teams you guys have been using. And hopefully you guys are having not too hard of a time on this. I know it has been a while since we've gotten an Extreme Z battle on the global side, but it's nice to finally get the opportunity to go in and grab some of these Dragon Stones and other things like that. There are some other Dragon Stones as rewards through the missions and stuff as well, so not too bad there. So go ahead and you can see the LR, Goku, and Arale with the TUR version. They're going to link up very well. They get about a 40,000, they get a buff of 40,000 to their attack stat there with having that there. Ooh, nice. So there's a lot of rainbow key spheres on the screen. And we do have Bulma coming up next. So just in case we take a super attack here, we'll be able to hopefully heal back some of the damage. I'm just kind of afraid of the Giru in the last slot on this rotation taking a lot of that damage. Hopefully he doesn't get super attacked because that could spell the end for us here. We'll see how this goes. That might have been a mistake, so we're about to find out. Uh-oh, here we go. I'm curious to see what this is going to do. It might end us right here with this super attack. Ooh. Not too bad, but again, we're taking a lot of damage where that Goku, the LR Goku, could have probably mitigated a lot of that. But here you can see, hopefully we're going to be able to heal up. Let's pick up as many rainbow key spheres as we can to try to heal some of that up. Let's go ahead and get these int key spheres. We'll go ahead and do that. And then some AGL key spheres to heal up just a little bit to help keep us alive for as long as we possibly can. And hopefully this Bulma will do her 50% damage reduction here. There we go. Very nice. Not taking a lot of damage. So I really feel like with this Extreme Z battle, it just depends on who gets hit by the super attacks and if you get super attacked at all, really. Because there will be sometimes you'll go in 3 rotations and not get a single super attack against you. And then there's other times where it's a super attack each turn. Oh, nice. We got an evasion off. So that really is, that's probably going to be what keeps us alive for this level there. The GT Trio friend lead getting the evasion off. And let's go ahead and let's put the Goku and Arale in the first slot so we can get his as the first attacker in the turn. Of course, he's going to be able to mitigate some damage. And then we're just trying to get these int-type key spheres and AGL key spheres for the units so we can heal up. So we should be able to finish him off here. This is a great free-to-play unit, by the way. Actually, a lot of these Dragon Ball Seekers category units are free-to-play, and it's actually, for a free-to-play team, not a bad team at all. So definitely worth going in and grinding any of these units that you see. If you don't have them yet, get them rainbowed out. This is really going to help you out when taking on this event and other events like it.
All right, let's do this.
And honestly, you don't see Dragon Ball Seekers used too much, so it's nice to see that they kind of you know, encourage you to use some of these units in that sense. Let's go ahead and see here. Go ahead and do this. And see if we can get some, I don't know if we can get some int key spheres to drop down. Doesn't really look like it, but maybe we can. We'll still try to get that. Try to get that ultra super attack off. There we go. So, another thing I wanted to mention is if you bring in strength type units such as like the LRB pan, of course there's going to be damage. There's going to be a type disadvantage, excuse me, but also they're going to be dealing not a lot of damage. So, you know, LRB Pan, I did bring her in once, and as long as she's taking normal attacks, she can do okay as far as tanking goes, but if she takes a super attack, it is pretty detrimental. So just make sure you're being careful if you are forced to bring in some of the, you know, some of your strength type units if you don't have any other options. So let's go ahead and I want to keep the Bulma there, but I really... Yeah, well, you know what, we'll just keep her there. We do have the Ultra Super attack already with the GT Trio, so we'll take that. And maybe if we can hit some crits here, excuse me, maybe we can get him finished off this rotation. Alright, so we did get a crit and an additional, very nice. I do have her rainbowed out, by the way. GT Trio coming in to hopefully finish it off. There we go. Very nice bit of damage there. And we're trying to just scoot right along. That was, I believe, what, level 28? Yep. Oh, no, that was level 29. Okay, so one more to go after this, and then we beat level 30. So here we go, level 30, the hardest level. We're really going to hopefully we can see some... Well, it doesn't look like any of these units have any skill orbs on them. We'll go ahead and bring them in and see what we can do. So I do believe that the completely free-to-play team is possible, but it is, you know, again, dependent highly on whether or not you can get super attacks evaded and stuff like that, because as with most Extreme Z battles that we see, super attacks are really the factor that depends on whether you can get KO'd or make it through the level. So there we go. Having your units rainbowed out is very helpful as well, of course, as with most cases. Be able to get additionals and crits off. So hopefully we'll be able to tank this a decent amount, because this is... Oh, very nice. We got the evade in there. So if you don't know, most of my hidden potential build videos, I do recommend on the free-to-play units to at least put like one node of evasion in there, and that's why, because even if your units don't need evasion, it is still nice to have the chance to evade 4 cases like you just saw with the LR AGL Goku and Arale there. So let's go ahead and see. We actually did a decent bit of damage to him that last turn. Let's see. You know what? I think we're gonna put that AGL Goku and Bulma there, and hopefully they'll be able to tank a decent bit. I'm not sure who would do better, the Goku and Bulma or the Giru, but we're about to find out, I suppose, if we make it there. Very nice, decent chunk of damage, no additionals, unfortunately. And I was actually hoping that the GT Trio would get the super attack, if anything, but we'll see. Alright, so he's down to the last 2 bars, and we do have the super attack coming in. Hopefully it doesn't KO us. Oof, 175,000, quite a bit of damage, but luckily we had mitigated a decent chunk of damage leading up to that point. So you want to pick up these rainbow key spheres for the AGL Goku if possible. And we should be able to finish Android 17 off here. Oof, taking quite a bit of damage here. If we can get these attacks off without getting super attacked, then we should be fine. Or if we can get a crit here, or an additional, anything like that would be really helpful. Let's see what we've got. Alright, there we go. Dealing a good chunk of damage because of all those rainbow key spheres we picked up, plus the crit. Really helpful. So there you go. That is the last 5 stages of the Extreme Z Battle for the Android 17. So if you guys have any questions, I know the video went a little long today just because most of these Extreme Z Battles they can take some time, but if you have any questions about any of the information on the right side of the screen, or if you need helps with team builds or recommendations or anything like that, I'd be more than happy to help you out. So that's everything for the video today. If you did find some useful information, make sure you drop a like, and again, comment down below if you need any additional help, or make sure you're checking out those links in the description. You can hop over to the Discord chat, and you can find plenty of help over there from that awesome community. And make sure you're checking out my social media pages as well, with links down in the description below. And again, if you haven't done so already, consider hitting that red subscribe button and that notification bell to stay up to date on future content like this. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys coming by and checking out the video today. Best of luck to you. Signing out.